Hello everyone, my name is Himnish Gawal, and I welcome you all to the Everyday Consultants podcast show, where we talk about the uncertain trajectory it takes for stepping into the shoes of a consultant's mind, from adapting to constantly learning through research and develop the theories, objectives, and opinions to advising businesses from the area of expertise to communicate the fine line between an SME and polymath. Thanks for taking the time to join me, and let's tune in today's episode of learning more about playing by your strengths, rising from the occasion, and gaining the respect, your expertise that helps give recognition to yourself. I know that's a bit of a lengthy name, but let's get into it. So, a lot of the times we think that doing X, Y, and Z is going to be the best option for us to start something, basically from scratch. But what really ends up happening is we end up hurting, the divide between right and wrong for the amount of time that's being spent. And to grow, and it becomes harder for us to grow in that niche skill set, or even simply in an interest in it, because we kind of lose from the fact that, we're trying to understand, stay long hours, get a good sense of what's going on, and after a certain time, it just feels like, you've been highlighted for your efforts. And most of the time, this happens a lot in the consulting world and in other companies, but specifically to consulting, that's where professionals like us are getting staffed, unstaffed on projects that are based on our potentials most. And I learned this from the project that I was currently at, which I can't discuss about a lot in detail, but a lot of the times, failure is the key cause to why having even experienced it becomes a problem in the first place. From finding an area of which you're skilled at by working at your strengths and not in trying different areas, but looking at the scope of a project. You don't want to put yourself on a trampoline that's going to jump all the way to the sky when you're not ready for that limit. You've not experienced it. So, and that can be for like if you've never been on sort of the DevOps side or anything where deployments are continuously happening, not throwing yourself in there and doing something that's more on the smaller side and kind of doing something which is where you get a good general sense and work from there and building it up if you're really interested in that area. Because when you find an area that you're skilled at, you've mostly seen individuals give positive feedback in just simply pursuing what makes the mindset of a consultant or anyone truly special. Because you'll hear folks be like, I think this might be a good place for you because you do really well in this area because X, Y, and Z, you have the eye for it. I think you should kind of build up on this knowledge. And a lot of the times, talents that we think we're good at, sometimes we end up thinking that, why would we want to do that? Because it seems boring to us. But a lot of the times, looking at things from a different angle, just like how the designer makes the audience come in awe that how can you make something look so three-dimensional on a piece of paper? So, play by your strengths is what I'm trying to get to this cause. Because whether this might be UI, UX, product, AI, data visualization, analytics, cloud, or whatever you wish to pursue, expand on something that's a vision which comes naturally to you. Like to me, I found my wake-up call early as of January this year in 2022, that I would be trying to do something outside of my comfort zone to just find an answer to where I think I would place my bets at in just finding an expertise that I think is natural to me. So you won't believe the fact that it took the first 2 weeks of January for me to research on the web to find something. Then an anonymous day came in my life where I was brainstorming on what my options are, and an ad showed up for just a general art studio. Not even the art studio that I wanted to go to. And this kind of clicked back on
to an aha moment of what I used to do during my school years before VCU. And finally, 2 weeks of pretty bad drawings in the works. But on the potential last day of class that I was like, maybe this is not the right fit, something magical happened where I matched about 97% my art studio's teacher's vision. And for someone who's been doing this for 25 years, teaching students fine art and design, to hear her say that this is a natural talent that the universe has gifted you with, even after not drawing since my academic years, and made me even more pursued to go running towards that direction of fine art, design, marketing, advertising, branding, and anything related to the artistic world. So it goes to say that recognition gives you more than being a subject matter expert, which is the purpose to live knowing you have something that you can prove in which you're a professional at. And most importantly, respect, my friend, that your time is valued for the every bit of effort you put in creating that well-crafted piece of content. Whether that might be a report, deliverable, spreadsheet, wireframe, sketch, application, assignment, or any sort of material of work that it might be, as long as multiple drafts reach a final copy after putting in your blood and sweat, with which quality over quantity are being pursued in delivering at that moment. Thank you for taking the time to tune in to today's episode, and I guess until next time, I look forward to talking with you soon. See ya. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast, and also leave a review how much you enjoyed listening to Everyday Consultants. While you're at it, be sure to provide any feedback you might have on my LinkedIn post in the comments below. If you know of a friend who's curious about learning quick bites of information regarding the life of a consultant, then be sure to recommend my show to them or anyone that you think might benefit from listening to it. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on LinkedIn, Reddit, and Twitter by searching my name on the platform. If you're interested in looking at some of my other professional content that is currently in the works, then in that case, you can take a look at my Linktree portfolio. That can be found below in the description or show notes of this episode. Don't forget to tune in into listening to all episodes of Everyday Consultants. And wherever you're able to find your local podcast, until next time, stay broad, be curious, and be passionate about listening to a conversation where knowledgeable advice gets provided about the world of consulting, about a consultant, in our next episode. Peace out.